How's it going, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Ciryl Gane will take on Derrick Lewis August 7th in Houston for the interim UFC heavyweight title. That's right, you're hearing me correctly. Totally out of left field. This according to ESPN's Brett Okamoto. Derrick Lewis will face Ciryl Gane in the interim heavyweight title fight in the main event of UFC 265 on August 7th per Dana White. The development comes as Francis Ngannou was unable to defend his title in June or August. White said the company believes Lewis and Gane are deserving of a title shot now. Per Ngannou's agent, Markel Martin, this comes as a complete shock to make the interim title so soon. If you look at the history of the division, it comes as a surprise. We hope to get clarity and figure out something with the UFC soon. Just to be clear, the creation of the interim title on August 7th will not impact Ngannou's status as the undisputed champion. This is crazy. First, that they didn't tell Ngannou that they were making this title, by the sounds of it, with his agent saying this comes as a complete shock. Ngannou was in Dubai recently, so, I mean, I don't know why they're in a rush to do this. Gane just fought on Saturday. He just beat Volkov. So I don't know why they're in such a rush to do this. I get that they need to get main events going and they want to beef up some of these cards, but this seems like way too rushed. It reminds me a bit of how Israel Adesanya, they wanted him to fight against Marvin Vettori because Whitaker wasn't ready to go. I don't get their thinking here. I think they got to slow the brakes down a little bit here. Ngannou, of course, winning the title over Stipe Miocic back at UFC 260 in March. So, I mean, March he won the title. We're in June right now. They're making this fight. It just seems crazy to me that they're in such a rush to do this. Now, look, this has nothing to do with Ciryl Gane. He absolutely deserves his shot at a title as well. I mean, you know, he's definitely earned it. He's undefeated in the octagon. He got a really good win over Alexander Volkov on the weekend, but I don't know, man. This seems a little nuts. And then Lewis, I mean, I don't know why they just can't wait a few more months here. I know Lewis was promised the title shot here as well. And he got a really big win over Curtis Blades in his last fight. But again, I think this is a little rushed. I understand if you want to keep the division moving. Maybe there was an issue of, Lewis was promised a title shot for his next fight, and so this is what they came up with, was an interim title to sort of make up for that. But outside of that, this seems just really rushed and really not needed as well. If you look at this card, it's still, sort of a work in progress here. They have Nunes and Pena, which I thought was enough to headline, but apparently not. I guess they really don't want to put Amanda Nunes as the main event here, maybe because it's such a, odds-wise, it looks like a bit of a mismatch here. But you've got Lewis and Gane now, Nunes and Pena, Aldo and Munoz, Luque and Chiesa. I mean, it's a pretty good card for the most part, but yeah, just very surprising that they decided to go this route. In terms of an early pick, you guys know how I feel about Ciryl Gane after this past weekend. I think he would be my pick in this one. He's a lot faster, younger, undefeated. Sure, Lewis has got the experience advantage, but Ciryl Gane has looked really good, and I think that performance over Volkov on Saturday made me a believer that this guy can potentially win a title here. And of course, if all goes well, I mean, if Gane goes out there and wins this fight, it sets up a potential Gane and Francis Ngannou fight, the former teammates fighting each other. I mean, there's a lot of crazy storylines here at stake. And then, of course, John Jones is still on the outside looking in. I mean, this is nuts. So never a dull moment when it comes to MMA news. Did not expect this whatsoever. And again, Gane just fought on Saturday. It's Monday. We got him in an interim heavyweight title fight as well. I don't disagree with Dana White saying that these two deserve this shot, but I just find it surprising that Ngannou just won the belt in March. And just because he's not ready to go right away, that they're now putting this fight in, it doesn't seem unnecessary. It doesn't seem necessary, I should say. In my opinion, you only do an interim title if the champ's out for more than a year. It hasn't been the case. So there we go. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you like this matchup for the interim title? Do you think the UFC should have waited and let Francis fight later in the year or maybe early next year? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think they made the right call here? Also, who's your pick? Who are you picking, Lewis or Ciryl Gane? Do you think Lewis can knock him out? I mean, Lewis can knock out anyone, but I think on paper, Gane's got to be the favorite here. So we'll see what happens there. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button here on the channel. I'm James Lynch. I'll see you next time, and thanks so much for watching.